Hello there, World of Tankers, and welcome to the channel. I'm your host, World of Blitz, and in today's video, I'll be playing in the AMX M4. This is the Tier 10 French Collector Heavy that a lot of people don't play anymore. This tank got quote-unquote nerfed about maybe 5-6 months ago when Wargaming reworked Tier 10. What happened is it lost a bit of alpha damage, and it also lost its premium AP and tungsten. But everybody forgets the buffs that this vehicle received. It gained 150 damage per minute. It got more pen on the heat than it had with AP previously. And the vehicle is, while it has less DPM, much better on dumping out damage because of the lower alpha. So personally, I think the AMX got buffed. I mean, yes, there are definitely some disadvantages to what it previously had, but there's also some big advantages. I feel gaining pen and a DPM is much more important than just having a little bit more alpha damage by 30. And yeah, tungsten's great and all, but it's also nice to have 2 repair kits. So again, I don't really get too mad. The vehicle still features sandbags, which means I'm sitting at 2,800 hit points. Yeah, you heard that right. 2,800 hit points in a Tier 10 mobile heavy. That is unheard of. And because of that, well, you can get away with being fairly aggressive in this vehicle. And even if you do get shot, you can usually out-trade whatever is hitting you, which is always nice. So we are going to make our way over to C. Of course, our E75 and Patton want to make their way. Well, maybe I don't know where our team's going. This is the problem with Port Bay. Wargaming needs to remove this map from the game and rework it, because this map is dookie balls. The AMX is a vehicle that features 8 degrees of gun compression, which is quite good. And because of that, you want to try and use it haul down. Unfortunately, as we can see, our heavies do not want to do their job and support our mediums. But our mediums are also making awful plays. For some reason, our Patton has decided, even though the entire team is going over towards base A, that he's going to play incredibly aggressive haul down at C. And that's a problem, because I need to try and make my way over towards that Patton as fast as possible before he does die. Now, the good news is this tank is fast. It goes at a top speed of 45, and we can see that here. I'm driving on flat ground, and I'm easily chilling at 45. So we're going to aim it on the T95, and there you go, 467 shell. Pretty good stuff. The alpha damage, as I said, on this tank is very nice, so you're able to get some good slaps out. In 2 seconds, we'll have another shell ready. Got the grill all the way in the back. We're aiming on the grill with a high explosive. Unfortunately, one thing I will say about the AMX, which I've never loved, is the accuracy. Very, very derpy gun. Does like to miss a lot of shots, which can be rather frustrating. There you go. Easy shot into the enemy grill, and we back up. You'll also notice this vehicle reverses very quick, and that is correct at 20 kilometers per hour, which is obviously super nice. So we get a very nice bonker into the enemy AMX 30B. I don't know really why he's poking so aggressive, but let's move up and see if we can, I don't know, maybe push him off. The AMX is going to go wide, which is going to really stop that 30B from doing much. And we're going to aim it on the vehicle itself. I don't really care if I get shot. Yeah, that's perfect. Back him off the hill. Make it so he can't do much. And while the Conway does shoot me for 700, it's not the biggest deal ever, as the Conway is now a one-shot and running away as fast as he can. So, who's the real winner in this situation? If you ask me, it's me. Alright, so we're going to keep on going here. I'm going to ignore that Conway, get behind the enemy 57 and T95. Let's get a nice shell into the T95. There you go. Light him on fire. 570 damage right there. The Yo is turning around for us, which is always something that I'm going to have to be a little cautious about. But not the biggest deal ever. I'm just going to aim it on the Yo's lower plate. 428 damage shot. Look at this thing's reverse speed. I mean, this is crazy good. And it means that you can back out of situations so easy whenever you're in a trouble spot. So we're going to just poke the Yo. I don't really care if he pens me with both shots. I really don't, because we're doing fine as it is. Already up to 2,900 damage. We now obviously have the ability to just out-DPM the Yo. We're going to aim it on his hatch and bounce. That made actually 0 sense. When teammates facehug, it is very irritating, because it takes away my capability of penning a shot sometimes. Thankfully, we still do get the shell out, but don't facehug when you have people behind you, especially when they're trying to help you get the win out. So what do we have? Well, we got the 57 Heavy right in front of us, and because we have so much HP on this tank, even if this 57 does shoot us with all 3 of these shells, which he bounces one, we still have enough health that he literally can't kill us, which is obviously insane. So we're going to aim it on the 57 turret cheek, and we hit his gun. I personally hate shooting at T-57 heavies. I think the armor on that tank needs to be nerfed, and you can see why. Why is the turret this strong on the 57? It makes very little sense. But we do get a nice shell into his vehicle, which is always pretty good, and he's going to die. We still did almost 4,000 damage as well, which is a really, really solid result, so really can't get all too mad. There you go, we get the clear. We actually did do over 4,000. So, pretty good game to showcase why the AMX is so good. The mobility allowed us to get behind the enemy before our M48 pattern even got cleared. The high DPM allowed us to get out a lot of shells, and the mobility paired with the armor allowed us to get bounces reversing. So we aced the tank, we assisted 1,700, that is a almost 6,000 combined game, which is kind of crazy. Let's do another battle and see if the AMX performs as well. But that right there is a great example on why I still think this tank is amazing. The only thing I don't love is that the accuracy did not get any better when they lowered the alpha damage, and you can see, like, the gun is pretty derpy. It likes to miss easy shots. It's not the end of the world. If you aim in, you'll still hit the majority of what you shoot at, but it is kind of irritating when you just derp a shell into the ground. It feels kind of like the AE Phase 1, which I did a video on earlier today, where it's just got pretty poor on move. We can see that here, so you have to wait for it to aim in to actually hit your shots. So what do we have on this game? Well, we got a VZ behind me. We got a lot of our team going up top, and I'm going to do that as well. The AMX power to weight is pretty solid, and we can see that here. I'm chilling uphill at 30 kilometers per hour. There's not many heavies, especially with this level of armor, that can do this right here. Even an IS-7 probably wouldn't be going as fast. So our team has captured base D, because every single one of them is lemming trained over here. And we're going to move up. I don't know where the enemy Hori is, or the rest of their team. What I do know is that our Sheridan is already bleeding health. Unsurprising, judging that you're playing frontline in a Sheridan against heavies, but what do I know, right? Let's drive over here. Let's aim it on the 113, and the only spot we can pen this 113 is right in the turret cheek. Thank you, Sheridan. Make sure to drive into me while I'm, trying to aim it on my opponents. That's really going to help me out. Yep. You're a very useful teammate. Glad you're on my team, not the enemy's. All right, so we got the minnow over here. Nothing I can really do to that minnow at the current angular, but we got the 113 actually. Man, there's not a lot of situations I can aim it on my opponents here. I don't have the gun depression. Oh, and that bounces. All right, well, this is pretty bad. Going to be real, this is pretty dang bad. We got the 113 and everything else over here. We got the IS-8 poking, and there you go. We got our first pen of the battle, which is pretty good. I've got to save our Contra Caro from dying. However, our TNH is still going to die. What is our team doing this game? Holy dumb. All right, let's aim it on the Hori's engine deck. These guys are just going to sit here and die. All right, well, I'm going to back up then. I don't know what to do here, to be completely real. 57 Heavy is just killing himself, full health. Great plays from that player there. We got a nice shell into the IS-8, clearing him, which is always pretty nice at least. And we're going to keep on backing up. Again, the reverse speed of this vehicle allows it to pretty quickly get out of any problematic situation you may put it in. We get a nice heat shell into the IS-7 turret, and now we got the entire enemy team on us, which is not what I want. We get penned by the minnow, which obviously hurts quite a bit, but we're going to aim it on the Hori. Oh, and we bounced the Hori. Gotta love Hori armor. Very, very fun tank to fight. Okay, well, let's hope the 113 kind of rushes me. He doesn't, which means that we can't get the shell out. We get a nice pen into the enemy minnow, and we back up. Well, we're getting bounces here. I mean, we've blocked 2,600 damage, which is pretty dang impressive, to be honest. And we're still getting bounces, which is kind of crazy when you think about it. Let's get a pen into the IS-7 for 330. We've dealt 2,200 in this game. This is just one of those battles where there's literally nothing you can do to change the outcome. I mean, look at this team that I was given here. We did a lot this game. We did a lot. And our gun kind of trolled us a bit, but I mean, seriously, what was I expected to do in this battle that would have won? When I had a Sheridan frontlining who instantly nuked himself, when I had my TNH and Contra Car and everybody else die, I don't know. I really don't know what to say. I don't even know where our Yo died. We had a Yo, apparently, but I seriously don't know where he died. I see the VZ, I see the 57 Heavy. Ah, there's the Yo, all the way in the back. Well, sometimes you win a game, sometimes you lose a game. And that's what we had here. At the end of the day, the AMX performed great. And while this wasn't the optimal situation to show how this tank can perform, I think it was a very good showcase of the armor profile this vehicle has going for it. I mean, we did 2,700, but we blocked 3,500. And that is because with the reverse speed paired with very troll armor, you can just get away with a lot of nasty things, which we did. Honestly, if our gun didn't troll us on that IS-8 shot, we definitely would have been able to deal over 3K. So it's not like it was really that big of a deal anyway. I mean, look at our team. What was I seriously supposed to do here? Either way, I really like the AMX. I think it's a fantastic tank. I think people are foolish to say that this vehicle's nerfed and not fun anymore. And if you do, more fun for me, because I'll be playing this tank without having to deal with others. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.